Hello, I'm Amanda Connor, and you're watching Invest Comics TV.
Hi, I'm Shaun from Famous Faces.
I'm Sebastian from InvestComics.com. This is Bella from
Wave.
me and my wife. And this is FFFIC. See, when two dorks love each other very much. Okay, Bella's going to do some quick reviews from the kid stuff angle. First thing Bella read was Superman Family Adventures #1. Oh yeah. What do you think of this one?
It was pretty good.
You gotta speak up.
Speak louder.
It was pretty good.
What was your favorite part?
Oh, with the medial.
Oh, the part with the media. Okay, this was really good. A lot of fun. Possibly the best ongoing Superman book at the moment. It's just the way it is. All right, Young Justice. This is the DC Nation Super Spectacular magazine. Bella also read through this. Bella, what was your favorite part in this?
I don't remember that one, actually.
You don't remember that one? What was the part that you sat there with a crayon and ran away with the magazine?
Oh.
What? There's a word search.
Bella liked the word search. All right, it's very faint. There's green crayon. You can't see it. But this was good. Had some Young Justice.
And it has Lego Batman.
It's got a little bit of Lego Batman, a little bit of the
excited.
anime stuff, Plastic Man page. It's got Green Lantern, which actually, I have to say, the Green Lantern cartoon, I like it, but it actually looks better just drawn than the CGI.
Animated. Yeah.
It just does. And then there's a really cool little Beast Boy story that's kind of more Teen Titans kind of version in the back. All sorts of fun.
Thank you, Belle.
You're free to go, Magoo.
Yay. Free life.
Free life.
Yeah.
All right. Batman Annual #1. Oh my God, it was so good.
So good.
This is the best annual. I it's only been a couple,
It's-
but
oh.
this was fantastic. This is how an annual should be. This
Yeah.
is the origin story-ish of Mr. Freeze.
An annual that doesn't feel like an unnecessary story that's just more pages and charges you more.
And oh man, the art in it was gorgeous. The story was fantastic, and kind of feel sorry for Mr. Freeze.
We always feel sorry for Mr. Freeze. They just changed why you feel sorry
Yes.
for Mr. Freeze.
So pick that up. You're reading Batman. Just if you're
He's still
you're
a tragic
reading comics,
figure. His tragedy has shifted.
You don't need to read any of the previous Batman stuff. You don't need to read Night of Owls. Just pick this up and enjoy it. And we got Adventure Time toys to play with. Annual Man
I'm bored.
Annual.
I'm not having any fun.
I'm trying, Lumpy Space Princess. Annual Man Annual. It was
It's
really
fun to
good.
say.
Yes, it was. Swamp Thing was in it. Animal Man was in it. These were the
And
best.
yet they won. And yet Buddy Baker and Alec Holland were not.
in it. Oh, and this was probably one of the better issues
Yeah.
of Animal Man.
In fact, I want
I like
I want
socks.
an ongoing of these guys,
Right?
You know, of old school avatars.
And I think the Rot were more violent in this issue than any of the previous issues.
Oh, yeah,
this was
a
almost
scary
like
Rot.
Frost.
Yeah.
Like it was pretty hardcore.
All right, Exile on Planet of the Apes #3 continues to be really, really good. This, like I said, the ongoing is more of its own thing, and these miniseries are more original Planet of the Apes movie verse. Good stuff, lots of fun. I always like it. War of the Independence #3, 2 covers. Ooh, Grizzly Diablos, Todd Knock. Oh, 2 people I like. Good. I liked the first one. This is actually my I think my favorite issue of the 3 that have come out so far. Each one of these has been good.
The ticks in it?
Because the ticks in it, just because of everything. Todd Knock does a couple pages of art. There's just all sorts of. You got Shalom Man, and yes, you know you're up. I don't want to reveal. Look at the.
What?
Oh yeah, you know you.
What?
when the next issue seems to promote that you may have Gumby villains versus Service the Aardvark, you know you've got a series. Good stuff.
X-Men Legacy 256 and
some
Wolverine and the X-Men 11. I don't even care about this book. I just want to talk about Wolverine and the X-Men 11.
Did you read this one?
A little bit.
But this is good. Christos Gage with characters at a school. You know it's good. He continues. Christos Gage really, really just gets into the heart and the feeling of these
he's very
characters.
good at writing X-Men
You
characters.
have a lot of, why are, I cared about what Rogue was thinking, which I haven't cared since ever about what Rogue was thinking. So that tells you how good he did.
Wolverine and
Meanwhile,
X-Men 11. Still the best Marvel book.
It-
Month after month. Just fantastic.
every time this book focuses on a character, that character, like, for that month becomes your favorite character in the Marvel Universe. Right now, my favorite character in the Marvel Universe is Kid Gladiator.
He's the best.
It's just...
I'm a badass.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. And then the very end page, I'm like, oh, where's 12?
Yeah,
12 right now. This book has not been coming out a year. It's been coming out like bi-weekly or whatever. I'm okay with that. It's the best Marvel book coming out every other week.
So good. We have both covers of this?
Yes, for some reason. Star Trek Doctor Who #1. If you like Star Trek and Doctor Who, there you go.
It's timey-wimey. It's
not Sebastian's type of book.
No, I tried, because I've been known to like Star Trek, just not usually Next Generation. I've been known to like Doctor Who, I don't care about the new one, the kid-looking one, but...
If anyone who's a fan of...
Yeah, if you're a fan of either of these...
Or Doctor Who, you're going to love this
you're going to have a TARDIS show up in the... What's their danger room in Star Trek? Really?
That ringtone will tell us.
What?
I don't know.
Unless they're calling with the answer, you better turn that off.
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
They're an Imaginarium.
Walking Dead 98. Duh! 3 pages in, I'm like, oh, there's that. That's pretty harsh. I want to open this and flip through it, but you haven't seen it.
I haven't.
And, oh, man, everyone's making a thing about, oh, this might be the first appearance of this guy or that guy. Not yet. It's okay. You know they're coming, but, oh, man. Walking Dead 98, yeah, Jake can totally take on these zombies. But, yeah, amazing. Ravagers #1, not so amazing.
Not so very amazing at all.
Not so anything, really.
Yeah, it's
kind of depressing.
Yeah, and not for story reasons. Not like not the depression they were shooting for. Ultimately, it's a lot like the Titans book. It's that plotting, heavy. Look what we've done. La la la. It's really forced. Titans I keep suffering through because despite the fact that the story is meh and the dialogue is painful, much like with this, Titans is full of characters that I really cared about once upon a time and want to see great again. This, all right, Beast Boy.
Whenever that book comes out, Jake's just going to wear headphones.
Yeah,
like, I don't want to do
you're
this.
fine, but yeah.
Garth Ennis, Jennifer Blood 13.
It's not Garth Ennis. You lied to me.
On the invoice, it still says Garth Ennis, Jennifer Blood.
Well, they lied to you. It's Al Ewing, and it's okay. I mean, at this point, he's done enough issues that if you're into his version, it's constant enough. But it's still everything that happens seems to contradict the original voice of the character. And this one focuses a lot on one of the cops whose job it is to hunt her down. And apparently, she was a Dungeons and Dragons geek as a kid, and apparently Garth Ennis sees Dungeons and Dragons geeks pretty much the way he sees everybody else.
Star Wars, Blood Ties, Boba Fett is dead. #2.
Or is he? Dun, 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 dun.
I still can't get past this art.
I like the art. It's good.
Why are they killing off your boy?
They're not. And that's not him. That's at this point we're far down the line. My boy is Boba Fett.
I know.
But he's not as dead as we thought. Shh, don't tell anyone.
Boba Fett.
So yeah, Boba Fett teams up with Boba Fett, and they're gonna find out who killed Boba Fett. It's pretty much. Well, it's it's good though.
FF number 18. 18. Wow, that's fantastic.
You read this? Yes.
Yes. Johnny Storm is the best substitute teacher next to Duke.
And yet he's the worst at running an entire dimension.
I'm just saying.
Ever.
That last page is like, what?
That's what happens when you don't have read before you make important government decisions for the world, for the universe you
I
run.
really love how this one guy voted.
Yeah.
But yes, when he's addressing the children, it's like, fish face, you. Oh, it's so good.
I like what's the little wizard clone's name?
I don't remember.
I like him.
But it's so good. Amazing Spider-Man Annual 39.
Annual number 39. Who
lot of
knew you'd have
annuals.
39 annuals? But it was actually, as much as I thought I was going to read this and just say meh, this was actually really good. It's a Wonderful Life, Peter Parker. He goes to a dimension where he gets erased from time, basically. So what happens is, now you've got time where Peter Parker never was. And it turns out, everyone's better off. At least it seems everyone's better off in a world without Spider-Man. But, as we soon discover, while the world may be better off without Spider-Man, is it really better off without Peter Parker? Oh, it's not touching and emotional. And Peter has to go convince the world that he exists and try and fix time. So it was pretty good.
Bionic Woman number 2.
It was not pretty good.
All right.
All right.
Game of Thrones number 8.
So good. And again, they continue to within this.
Where's the midget?
He's in there.
Yeah.
They continue to stick to their guns. That they're doing great versions of interpreting the book rather than just going with what was done in the show. Now the show is great, the books are great, the comic is great. That's like great cubed. That's great to the power of 3. That's great, great, great. So it's great. Read it.
Batman Beyond number 4.
It's also great. I love this book. At this point, it's called Batman Beyond Unlimited. Batman Beyond story, Terry's solo story, has been bumped to the the third part of the book. The first story is Justice League Unlimited, where they Cobra has basically wiped out New Genesis, and now you've got to go and find that out. You also get the origins of Warhawk, how John Stewart met Hawkgirl, and then you've got your Batman Beyond story that wraps up with the big crazy explosion happy guy and
they still have hot dogs in the future.
And his and his little Chihuahua Boom Boom, and then you have a story of
Superman
I guess
Beyond,
it's
right?
like it's like Lex Luthor's great grandkid or whatever she would be, however great you'd have in the future, trying to pick up where he left off on the Destruct. But one of the really cool parts is the suit got messed up last issue, so Terry ends up in an older version. Because remember, Bruce used to run around in that Batman Beyond suit, so he has to go into an older version, and Terry's all excited because yes, he gets a cape. So it's kind of the best of both worlds.
Super Crooks number 3.
Continues to be really good, despite the fact that Shaun gets mad at me for reading Mark Millar books. But I don't read a lot of them. I read this one. I like it. It really continues to be a. It's like a heist movie with supervillains, and
Just one more issue.
really,
I think so.
I'm sad.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
You haven't read it. It's good. It's really good. Even though the most Millar-esque thing that there is a bad guy named the Bastard, who's the one they're all planning to rob from. But when you've got a bad guy named the Bastard, whose power is to make your loved ones' faces explode, that's fun.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 10. Shredder. That's all you need to know. Shredder is finally in here, and he has a prominent role instead of just guy in the shadows. And it continues to be so good. And this issue kind of added elements from the movie along with the original comic books. They were a lot together, but they mixed them more, if that makes sense. If you read it, you'll know. So, New Dead Guardians number something.
New Dead Guardians take 2.
Number 3.
New Dead Guardians number 3 continues to be one of the best books Vertigo's putting out. This book is so good. It's a
Whoa! What's going on in this book?
He has to go to a brothel to find out information about someone else.
Oh,
who's
he's
going
finding
to a
out,
brothel.
all right.
Oh yeah, you've got basically a vampiric Sherlock Holmes kind of character trying to investigate the death of someone who shouldn't be able to die in a world where the city is separated, kind of like a class system, but you've got the young ones that are the vampires, you've got the bright ones that are the humans, and then you've got the zombies that are all just fenced off on the outside. And so far, it's just been incidental, kind of like when they say with Walking Dead, it's not a zombie story, it's a story about people and that just happen to be in a world with zombies. This, it's really more just, at one point he stops, gets out of the car, just to stare at the fence where zombies are. They don't register him because as a vampire he's already undead, so they don't even notice him. But he just stands nose to nose with a couple of zombies, walks back and goes, it's good to remind yourself every once in a while about your own mortality or lack thereof. And it's, that's it. That's the role the zombies played in this issue. But this book is so good.
America's Got Powers number 2. I'm
Also
surprised
really
this
good.
came out because the art, I don't think number 3 will be out on time. I'd be surprised.
It's that book is so good though. At the moment there's like an influx of everybody doing the American Idol, America's Got Talent superhero version of comic, even though really Todd Nuck beat them all to it years ago. But hey, he was ahead of the curve. But this was really, really good, and the interesting plot going on behind this. You get a couple of twists at the end. It goes twist, twist, turn, and you're like, whoa! And it just goes to show you that while you can say, there's nothing new under the sun, there's no original stories out there, you can still twist it in a way that takes an old idea and makes it worth reading.
Airboy Deadeye number 2.
My eyes are dead. This continues with Airboy is in post-World War II Japan, trying to make friends and doing so okay. But in Japan, it pretty much, they're on the mend after, you just had 2 atomic bombs. That's a lot to get over. But you've got some of the wrong element trying to pick how Japan will be run, and Airboy and the people he's staying with are kind of saying, no, we don't want a criminal element running Japan. And, you got all that whole honor family thing going on.
Young Justice 16. Does this take place 5 years in the future again?
Not yet, no.
It's
at
coming,
the moment, it may very well be. But at the this was really good. This was an issue that mostly focused on the heroes and their mentors. So you had Kid Flash and Flash doing an adventure, Batman and Robin doing an adventure, and Artemis and Green Arrow doing an adventure. But it all ties in at the end and leads to what's happening in the next issue.
This is only like, oh no, there's not.
And it picks up from the last issue, so that you've got some Cobra involvement. But I will say it. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Young Justice continues to be the best Teen Titans book out there.
Incredible Hulk's number 8.
Stay angry, and believe me, every time I read the Incredible Hulk, I do stay angry. I mean, okay, Hulk and Banner are one big happy entity again, but Banner's still the evil jerk, and Hulk is still just trying to. It doesn't fit in with anything that works for Hulk, and I really want there to be some explanation beyond, well, Banner's really just been an idiot and we never knew. No, I want Banner to not be a jerk and not be a dick. Also, I never thought I'd have anything less than glowing to say about Steve Dillon as an artist. The artwork in this is gorgeous, but most of the time his Hulk is not Hulk-sized. He's just a green bodybuilder. And,
is that his Hulk?
That's Hulk. There are a couple of panels where he gets kind of Hulk size. He's just small. He's not.
It's not Hulk.
He's like a normal person who happens to be green.
That just looks like Punisher Max Hulk painted green.
He looks like the Russian.
He looks like Punisher Max, but painted green. Yeah, all right. Oh, sorry, Jake. New Mutants number 43. God, it amazes me how high this book has got.
It amazes me that it amazes you because this book is awesome. All right. This wraps up the Exiled story, which was really, really good. I may actually continue on in the world of Journey into Mystery. Brings everything to a head, really nicely done. Also continues some of the New Mutant storylines. Amara and Mephisto kind of been dating, but now that's over and will probably lead to more trouble, but also leads to trouble for while Magma and Mephisto are no longer on speaking terms. Apparently Mephisto and Loki are also no longer on speaking terms, so Mephisto may be very busy in these 2 books.
Ghostbusters number 9.
So good. This book is so. If you like anything Ghostbusters, just read this book. It is so beyond amazing, and just so perfectly done.
I've decided
it's awesome.
to flip to trades on
Winston has a really great, really deep moment, and Venkman basically craps all over it without even knowing. He's not even being a jerk above his normal level. He doesn't even realize there's a moment going on, and then you get, and Ray gets to mention an even bigger moment that that Venkman. It's great. Venkman can even be a prick off camera.
Should have worn my Bill Murray shirt for that.
It's brilliant.
Razzle number 14.
Apparently, this is the second to last issue. Everything's going to wrap
takes
up.
8 years for a book to come out.
And I guess I mostly remember what's been happening.
How old are these people? What is going on? All right, we're moving on to the next one because that was weird. Wolverine 307.
It's Cullen Bunn, therefore I have to say, so good.
Chris Somney did the cover art. There's my plug for him.
But no, Cullen Bunn writes an awesome Wolverine. Paul Peltier draws it's really a good book. I'm very upset that I'm going to have to jump off in a few issues when Jeff Loeb introduces the Red Sabretooth or whatever the hell he's going to do.
Oh, God. That's a horrible
Well, apparently you're going to fight a lot of Sabretooths, and Wolverine has to figure out which one's real. So I imagine there'll be a red one, a green one from another dimension.
Grim Leaper number 1.
This book is really, really good and a lot of fun. The idea, it's like it's like, what if Garth Ennis wrote Quantum Leap?
What the?
It's basically, the idea is a guy dies,
All right, I'm following
and
you.
instead of either just being dead or waking up in heaven or hell, he comes to violently ill and just pukes in a body of another person, and now he's them, but they die almost instantly. He keeps jumping into people who are going to die, but he always jumps into people in this one same town that he grew up in. He's on like his 13th or 14th body when we meet him, and he explains all of this. Along the way, within this issue, he meets a girl who happens to have the same exact thing happening to her, and now what it leads up to is the two of them are going to try and have a relationship, despite the fact that they are going to be a different person like every 2 days.
That sounds so cool.
And they just keep dying bizarre yet horrible deaths.
I gotta read that now. Terry Moore's Rachel Rising #8. I'm so upset.
Do I like this book? Perhaps I do.
I love this book, but I need the next trade to come out because I fell behind and I need trades. And you don't
first
know where
trade-
the issues are.
first
I read the
trade's in
first
the-
trade. I'm good through the first trade.
And the next one's in there's a trade in the previous. I
Terry
don't know
Moore,
if it's
you're
number
so
one or
good.
number whatever.
So good.
But yeah, this is so good. So this would work so well as either like an HBO or Showtime series, or even just as like a I don't know, like AMC or even USA. If it was done right, it's I don't even know how to. It's just good. It's just very moody and very just. It keeps you. You're constantly trying to figure out what's going on and what's happening next, and not in a what's going on. It's like, what the hell's going on here? But is in, oh my God, that, and now that happened. Why did? And you just keeps you. I guess edge of your seat is. I'm on my edge of my seat while I'm trying to tell it to you. It's really, and Terry Moore is just such
really
gorgeous
is.
art, and he can do more with pages that don't have words than most people can with pages where they fill in word bubbles. He's just amazing.
2 quick trade reviews. Wonder Woman hardcover 1 came out. It's the best Vertigo book. It's not a Vertigo book, and
We tell you this
I'm
all the
really
time.
upset that's not on there somehow. The Onion gets a
should
plug,
be.
but we don't
We-
really.
nobody,
But so fantastic. I don't even think it takes place in the DC universe. Honestly,
It may as well not.
It doesn't.
I think this Wonder Woman will eventually show up and kick the ass of the Wonder Woman in Justice League.
Starman Omnibus #1. There's going to be a couple volumes of this, but this is 0 through 17, and this is the best superhero comic book of the 90s, and I can't wait to read it. But Rick has said nothing but great things about it. If you want one of the best comic books, pick this up. Okay, that's it. I won't be here. I'm going to be in Seattle, so you got to deal with this guy all by
I'll
yourself.
be by
next
myself.
week.
Sorry we weren't as funny this week. We had to rush
I know.
because the camera's battery's about to die.
Yeah.
So,
2 weeks from now when I'm back, will be super funny.
we'll be hysterical.
So good. Bye.